In the winter of 1946, just months after the end of the Second World War, the United States launched one of the largest expeditions ever seen in Antarctica. Its official name was the United States Navy Antarctic Development Program, 1946-1947. The world remembers it simply as Operation Highjump. On the surface, it looked like a scientific mission. Admiral Richard Byrd, the most famous polar explorer of his time, was chosen to lead it. The stated goals were simple: to train personnel, test equipment in polar conditions, and establish a permanent American base on the icy continent. But the scale of the mission told another story. Operation Highjump was not a small expedition of scientists and explorers. It was a massive military operation. 13 ships, 33 aircraft, and nearly 5,000 men sailed to Antarctica under Byrd's command. Aircraft carriers, destroyers, submarines, and advanced aircraft filled the fleet. Why would such overwhelming force be sent to a place described as little more than frozen desert? Officially, the mission's primary task was to map and photograph large portions of Antarctica. In just a few months, more than 70,000 aerial photographs were taken, covering over 500,000 square miles of ice. But rumors soon grew that Operation Highjump encountered something far stranger than mountains and glaciers. The expedition began smoothly. Bases were set up, planes flew regular sorties, and scientists collected data. Yet within weeks, reports surfaced of accidents and mysterious losses. Several aircraft crashed under unusual circumstances. Men were injured, and at least one crew vanished entirely. The Navy explained these as tragic but ordinary mishaps in harsh conditions. Still, whispers of another explanation spread quickly. What made Operation Highjump even more suspicious was its sudden end. Planned to last for 6 months, the mission was cut short after only 8 weeks. The fleet withdrew abruptly and returned home. Why would such a massive, expensive mission end so suddenly? Admiral Byrd himself added to the mystery. In 1947, while in Chile, he gave an interview to a local newspaper in which he reportedly said that the United States must prepare defenses against flying objects that can move from pole to pole at incredible speeds. The statement was shocking, and although American officials quickly downplayed it, the words were recorded and circulated worldwide. To some, Byrd's warning sounded like science fiction. To others, it was confirmation that Operation Highjump had discovered something extraordinary in Antarctica. Over time, theories multiplied. Some claimed the Nazis had built secret bases beneath the ice during the war and that remnants of their forces clashed with Byrd's fleet. Others suggested the expedition encountered unknown technologies, perhaps even evidence of civilizations hidden beneath Antarctica's ice sheets. Mainstream historians dismiss these claims as conspiracy. They argue that Operation Highjump ended early simply because of logistical failures, extreme weather, damaged equipment, and the loss of aircraft. They point out that Byrd was a man known for dramatic language, and his comments about flying objects may have been exaggerated or misinterpreted. But the questions remain. Why did the U.S. military devote such enormous resources to a supposedly scientific mission? Why the secrecy around certain reports? And why did Byrd speak of a threat unlike any known at the time? In the years that followed, Antarctica became a place of unusual global cooperation. Nations that had just fought the deadliest war in history began to work together, eventually signing the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. It was an agreement unlike any other. Antarctica would be reserved for science, demilitarized, and closed to private exploitation. No other continent in history has been treated this way. Was the treaty a result of lessons learned from Operation Highjump? For those who believe, the answer is clear. Operation Highjump was not about science or training. It was a reconnaissance mission, an attempt to uncover and possibly secure something hidden beneath Antarctica's ice. Whatever was found forced the United States and eventually the world to seal the continent away. The truth behind Operation Highjump may never be fully known. The official reports tell one story, but Admiral Byrd's words and the mission's strange end suggest another. What is certain is that this massive operation marked a turning point. From that moment on, Antarctica ceased to be a land of exploration and became a land of secrets. The frozen continent had revealed just enough to alarm the world's most powerful nations, and soon those nations would come together to ensure that whatever was hidden there remained beyond the reach of ordinary people. But that is the next chapter, the Antarctic Treaty, one of the strangest agreements in history.